Clostridium botulinum. The Clostridium botulinum is a gram-positive bacillus which is spore forming. The spores formed are oval, subterminal, bulging spores. The Clostridium botulinum looks like this when visualized under microscope. It is a gram-positive bacillus which is spore forming. The spores are oval, subterminal and bulging spores. Clostridium botulinum is motile with the help of peritrichous flagella, that is flagella arranged all over the body, and it is anaerobic. Coming to the classification of Clostridium botulinum, the Clostridium botulinum is of 8 types: A, B, C1, C2, D, E, F and G. Out of these 8 types, only the C2 produces enterotoxin, whereas the others produce neurotoxin. Pathogenicity. The Clostridium botulinum is non-invasive and virtually it is non-infectious. It is pathogenic due to the action of toxin. The toxin produced by it is exotoxin. This exotoxin is not released during the life of the organism and is produced intracellularly. This exotoxin appears on medium only during cell death and autolysis. So there is no exotoxin during the life of organism. The exotoxin is released only during cell death and autolysis. This exotoxin is synthesized as non-toxic protein, that is progenitor toxin. This progenitor toxin is then activated by trypsin. The lethal dose of exotoxin for humans is 1 to 2 micrograms. The toxin resists digestion. It is absorbed through small intestine in active form, and then it blocks the production of acetylcholine at the synapses and neuromuscular junctions. This is the mechanism of action of the toxin. The toxin resists digestion. It is absorbed through the small intestine in active form, and then it blocks the production of the neurotransmitter acetylcholine at the synapses and neuromuscular junctions. The onset of symptoms are diplopia, dysphagia, dysarthria, and there is systemic descending paralysis. Diplopia is double vision, dysphagia is difficulty in swallowing, dysarthria is difficulty in speech, and there is systemic descending paralysis, and the characteristic pattern of death is due to respiratory paralysis. Let's see the clinical use of the botulinum toxin. Intramuscular injection of the toxin is used to treat strabismus, that is squint. It is safe and effective symptomatic therapy for many neuromuscular diseases, and the Botox injection removes wrinkles temporarily. The Botox injection injected at the site removes the wrinkles temporarily. Let's now see about the disease caused by Clostridium botulinum, that is botulism. Botulism is of different types. First is foodborne botulism. This is due to ingestion of performed toxin, and most commonly this is due to type A, type B and type E, and rarely by type F. The symptoms of foodborne botulism appears within 12 to 36 hours after ingestion, and there is no vomiting or diarrhea. Death, if occurred, is due to respiratory failure, which occurs 1 to 7 days after the onset of symptoms. The second type is wound botulism. The wound botulism is very rare This results from wound infection and the toxin is produced at the site of infection and it is absorbed. The third type is infant botulism, also called as floppy baby syndrome. This is seen in children less than 6 months of age. This floppy baby syndrome, also called as infant botulism, is a toxico-infection. Here what happens is the Clostridium botulinum spores are ingested in food and they get established in the gut and produce toxin. So the Clostridium botulinum spores are ingested in the food, they get established in the gut and then they produce toxin. Manifestation. It manifests as constipation, poor feeding, lethargy, weakness, poor oral secretions, weak or altered cry, floppiness and loss of head control of the baby. And the patient excretes the toxin and the spores in the feces. Coming to the lab diagnosis. Lab diagnosis first is microscopy. Under microscopy, gram-positive bacillus with the spores or the toxin can be visualized. This is visualized in smears made from food or feces. Second is culture. The Clostridium botulinum is a strict anaerobe, but it grows well on ordinary media like nutrient agar, producing large, irregular, semi-transparent colonies with fimbriated border. So it produces large, irregular, semi-transparent colonies with fimbriated border. Lastly, coming to the prevention and treatment. It involves proper canning and preservation of the food. When the outbreak occurs, prophylactic dose of antitoxin is administered to all those who have consumed the food article. Active immunization. Active immunization is given for patients who are at risk of developing the infection. Dose. 2 injections are given at an interval of 10 weeks and a booster dose is given after 1 year. So 2 injections are given at the interval of 10 weeks and booster dose after 1 year. Antitoxin is being tried for treatment and supportive treatment is given with maintenance of respiration. This is about Clostridium botulinum. Thank you.